A few weeks ago, here at the UN Geneva, the group of governmental experts on lethal autonomous weapon systems held their meeting. Today, Msgr Mauro Cionini is joining me here, thank you, to discuss the subject matter. But before we talk, let's listen to a clip from his speech.
The Holy See wishes to remind that a classic foundation of legal system is the recognition of the human person as a responsible subject that could be sanctioned for his or her wrongdoing. An autonomous system has no intention. It merely implements and elaborates algorithms, but it does not possess intentions as such.
So the Holy See obviously takes interest in this expert meeting. And why is that?
Well, because this kind of meeting, the concept of expert, is not so much an expert just in scientific or technological issues about which we wouldn't have any particular expertise, but is the expertise of international humanitarian law and the expertise that dialogue with experts in warfare, experts in scientific and technological issues, in order to sort of foresee what development into this kind of fields can bring to warfare and to humanitarian law in particular.
If one delegates important decision-making powers to a machine whose behavior is unpredictable or whose field of operation is not well defined or known, the crucial action responsibility nexus would be inevitably jeopardized.
I mean, from a logical point of view, you should think that the person who programs and guides and operates that autonomous weapon is responsible for that machine's action.
This is a huge problem. So the Holy See tried to bring an ethical compass, an ethical reflection within a discussion that cannot be only technical, only scientific, or only legalistic. It is necessary to keep strong the ethical compass in order to put in perspective these other aspects.
Yeah, and we let's listen to a clip from your speech that talks exactly about that.
Yeah.
We have tackled the issue of lethal autonomous weapon systems from different perspectives: military and technological, ethical and legal, which are mutually interdependent.
So I assume that the Holy See is focusing a lot on the ethical part of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, as Paul VI said at the UN when he, in the 1965, he said that the Church is expert in humanity. So, of course, the Holy See is the voice of the Catholic Church, which in the international community, and in this perspective, of course, our concern and the contribute we can make is on the ethical issues.
And I assume when you prepare these speeches, these so-called interventions, that it reflects that it is almost also a voice of the Pope himself. Isn't that the case?
Well, this is a diplomatic representation, and when we prepare any kind of speech, we request authorization from the Secretariat of State, which like all the Roman Curia, is an instrument of immediate obedience to the Holy Father. So in this sense, we really try at our best to respect and to echo the voice of the Holy Father in this sense.
So the bottom line is, though, that the Holy See supports the concept and idea to fully ban these weapons at the end of the day.
Yes, this is precisely the target that we are trying to achieve.
So when you said you're a diplomat, are you more a diplomat or a priest, or or are you a transformer, like a mix, both of it?
Well, it's like if one priest is a teacher, is more a teacher or more a priest, is a teacher of Latin or of mathematics. We exercise our priestly duty, we serve the church in the name of Christ within this field, which is, you know, is not very, there are not many diplomats, priests in the world, there are, but it requires a great preparation, a great humility, and a great dose of love for the Holy Father and the Holy See, and the work that the Holy Father and the Holy See are doing in also in this very complex and sometimes very not well-known field, which is the multilateral diplomacy.
Pope Francis asks people always to pray for him, and in a way that includes those who help him to bring to the Forum of the United Nations his message of peace for the world. So I would encourage our viewers in the future to also include in their prayers the diplomats that work for the Holy See. It's not an easy job, but it's very important, and I think we all should include that also in our prayer when we pray for priests and the Holy Father and the Catholic Church. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's hope that these computer game killer robots will not become a reality. Pope Francis urged that artificial intelligence and robotics must contribute to the service of humanity rather than to the contrary. So the solution seems only to be this one.